We need to not only end the Republicans' ability to end Social Security, we need to expand Social Security. And that's why I'm so proud to be here to support John Larson's Social Security 2100, a sacred trust. In my district alone, there are nearly 120,000 Social Security recipients who receive an average in total of $209 million in monthly benefits. This is a vital, critical program, life-saving for millions of Americans. And why is it called a sacred trust? It's called a sacred trust because our government promised over 85 years ago that if you contribute to Social Security with each and every paycheck, you can retire with dignity. President Biden has called that a sacred trust. Chairman Larson's sacred trust bill is how we need to make Social Security stronger and even better. And I think it's important to just talk about how awesome this bill is.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into Above My Pay Grade. My name is Eric. I don't know who needs to hear this, but a lot of government spending questions are not moral, they're mathematical. And when we talk about things like expanding Social Security, locking down the economy, expanding government benefits for college graduates, those all sound great, right? We all understand what the benefit is. What the government fails to tell you, and politicians fail to tell you, are the consequences. And if you're not smart enough to read between the lines that there is no free lunch, you're going to feel those consequences good and hard. Children do what feels good. Adults devise a plan and follow it. Politicians are children. And for the last 40 years economically, we've had children in office that think there's a free lunch because we have a printer next door. Doesn't work that way. How many people do you know that were potentially pro-lockdown? That might have been you. I'm simply agnostic on that. However, I think the government overstepped, but I don't want to get into a political discussion. But how many people do you know would have been anti-lockdown if they would have had to fund their life as their business was getting shut down with their savings? There's no stimmy checks. There's no government printing. There's nothing. How many people would have been pro-lockdown? I don't think that many. Because we would have felt the consequences when it was happening. And now we're feeling the consequences of that happening now with inflation, right? Not a lot of people are big fans of inflation. Not a lot of big people are fans of $5 gasoline. But people love the ESG movement. They love it. You want a cleaner economy? Do you want clean air and all that kind of stuff? Yay, people vote for it. What's the trade-off? Here's the benefit. What is the cost? The cost is you can't heat your home because it's too expensive. It's, people are like, that's how politicians talk, and it's really frustrating to me. And the same thing is going on with Social Security. Is Social Security going to run out of money? No politician's really talking about this. All they're talking about is, if anybody wants to reform Social Security, you want to kill grandma. But it's a math question. It's not a moral question. The way Social Security works, if there is a surplus in taxes of that year, based off how many beneficiaries are receiving benefits, if there was a surplus from taxes, that surplus goes into a treasury, and that treasury earns interest because they buy government bonds. Now, there was a slush fund in that treasury, right? And if there is a deficit in a year, so they're paying out more than they're taking in taxes, they have to go to that treasury and use that differential to pay out the deficit to their beneficiaries. That specific treasury is supposed to run out of money by 2035 at the latest. Math question, right? Now, there's two options. We either tell baby boomers, we cannot pay you what we promised. Do you think a politician is going to do that? No. Or we raise taxes on those baby boomers' kids and grandkids in order to pay for baby boomers' retirements, which lowers their quality of life and all this kind of stuff. No politician says that. It's either you want to kill grandma or not. It is a math question. What is the government actually going to do? They're going to print money, which causes inflation, which actually lowers the purchasing power of the benefit you're getting in Social Security. So again, there's no free lunch. They have to do one of those two things for it to actually help. Because if they print money and they give it to Social Security beneficiaries, they're giving them what they promise, but it doesn't buy what it should. The purchasing power is going down. And Social Security is supposed to keep up with inflation and all that, blah, blah, blah. No politician talks like this. All they do is promise, overpromise, underdeliver. The problem is voters go, yeah, I like free stuff. And who doesn't, you idiot? But there's no free lunch. There's no free lunch. The government can't print purchasing power. They can't print oil. They can't print groceries, etc. So when we look at these problems and we go, these gross politicians are trying to kill grandma. Or you can look at it like a math problem, which it is. And then we can solve it based off the reality of the issue, not off of how we feel about it. Real frustrating. Super annoying. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. See you guys in the next one. Peace.